All right, good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. If this is your first time to the channel, what we do around here is we follow people's suggestions. We find new music from all around the globe. We got tons of music. I guarantee you're going to find something that you never heard or you never knew you needed in your life. We have a lot of music that reflects all the different places and genres and stuff. Genres you've never even heard of. I guarantee there's stuff on here. And whole, neat musical rabbit holes for you to explore and hopefully broaden your horizons, and hopefully you can come back and show us something that you found along the way that we might want to share with the rest of the peeps, because that's how all this works, is we're trying to broaden folks' horizons, and we really get region locked and such. And but this is something right here. This is something from here in the States. This is Falling in Reverse. God is Weapon. This is God is a Weapon. This is featuring Marilyn Manson. I think he's got a new one out. I know he's doing some shows and such. So, and I know Falling in Reverse has been on tour. So yeah, let's check. Got a lot of people requesting this one. So yeah, want to see what this is all about. A lot of people's been anxious to hear what I got to say about it, so I'm kind of anxious now to see what this is all about. Check it out. I can't stop from spinning down the rabbit hole. The deeper that you push, the deeper I will go. They said that God's a woman. I'll worship you the same, 'cause all I do is think about saying your name in vain. You might as well marry me. My sinful confession, you're my offense. It's like if David Fincher directed one of his. I can't stop from sinning. The man's just a hole. Deeper that I get inside you, the deeper you will fall. Say that God's a weapon, well I'm a hand grenade. Try to take this ring from me. Watch me detonate. You might as well bury me. My sinful confession. Looks like from Mechanical Animals, I think it was. Wow. So that just happened. I didn't see that going that way. And this truly, like, this definitely looks like if David Fincher, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they said, yeah, David Fincher directed this video. It's just got that look and feel about it, like um something he would do now. Um I love the way that the one thing that I've noticed about his music is it doesn't follow like the conventional, it just it is, and it does its thing. Sometimes it builds up to this crescendo and then cuts you kind of almost like this really, it builds up and then whoa, and you're kind of left like awestruck. And I think that's the effect that they're looking for, and well done. Yeah, you definitely pulled it off. No, very cool. And I like also how, now this reminded me, if anybody's ever seen the movie 300, yeah, this like reminds it, yeah, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, which is also in what's his butts, the other director's realm. So yeah, and this, where is she there? Yeah, this, it reminds me of I think it was Mechanical Albums. I mean, I can't, Mechanical Albums, Mechanical Animals. I think it was the one with the dope show. That one was a big tour. Like his last really big tour, I think. It was after Antichrist, before Hollywood, the Dead Hollywood thing. But anyway, he wore a suit like this. He's on the cover of the album like that. But anyway, it's cool how it's reminiscent of that, because it's almost like she's like a mixture of the two of them, and the whole how it also finds a way to fit into the, like, you could watch all of the videos together and it feel like it's this part of a bigger thing. And even if they're not, and it's just stylistically they want to stick with that, I really dig that. And and then maybe there is a one, there may be a a whole story that's coming together of this, or even if it isn't, they could definitely play with it and turn it into one. Definitely. I mean, there's a lot here. It's like you feel like, I don't want this to come off like in a bad way, but yeah, there's some cool shots, man. Like X-Men stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like Phoenix. Oh yeah. Yeah. Awesome stuff. That looks a lot like his wife or girlfriend. She could probably just be a model though, or whatever. But I wonder. I'm kind of curious if that's his, because she looks like it, but I think I've only seen a picture of her like maybe once or twice, so I'm not an expert on what Ronnie Radke's old lady looks like. So I'm sorry, but yeah, very striking. Love the way they did the makeup and everything. Works perfect for the whole thing. Definite cinematic shots. That is the thing about his videos. Is everything is so cinematic. Like right here. And it's very cool how he can almost bring it, like, so much energy into something that really, if you sat back and you watched it on silent, it'd feel like some pretty fairly simplistic shots, standing still, letting things kind of happen around them type things. But they're full of so much energy and so much going on. It's just, yeah, it's just great stuff. I know that there's been yeah, there is some awesome shots. I know that, and see, like, stuff like this. This is what like reminds me of David Fincher, especially like with the girl with the dragon tattoo. That definitely, it has that look. Which that's an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it. But yeah, God is a Weapon, Falling in Reverse. What do you think? Have you seen it? Have you heard it? Do you like it? Love it? Hate it? Indifferent? Let me know what you think. I dig it. I like it on a lot of levels. I like how it has this. It's able to like kind of almost be like this melancholy thing and still have that. It's a neat, musically, it would be hard to explain to somebody. It's like, it's got a little bit of this, but it's got a little bit of that, and it sounds like this, but it doesn't, but it kind of sounds like that. And it's like you're sitting there thinking, kind of sounds like a mess to me, but it sounds awesome. And you should definitely check it out. I am a fan of people that, they don't stick to the norms. They write with their heart, or what they think, it doesn't fit the cookie cutter, the mold. It breaks the mold and does what feels right, and or what sounds awesome. Let's not just stick to what sounds good within these lines. Let's try out just what sounds awesome. Let's see how that works out. Stop from there. Maybe start over a little bit, and that's maybe, and a lot of people are, kind of, and I don't want to get off onto a ramble here, but a lot of people are kind of like talking about how, there's music out there, a lot of it like sounds the same, and yeah, maybe there is. There is, in genres or whatever, some of it can be like from one band to the other, they can kind of bleed one into the other or share a lot of the same sounds and effects, and I can understand that. But I think also music is kind of going through this neat renaissance period. I think there's a lot of cool things that are going on right now in music that we're gonna look back at, and we're gonna see that the 20 aughts and on was a very experimental time in music, and it seems like we have those we always need something that comes in and does something different. That's how, like, a lot of the metals, a lot of genres are born of that. And sometimes it takes something coming in, shattering the mold, and then something else rises from the ashes, and and presents this whole new, form and everything. And that's why I also, I appreciate, music that's from overseas, Japan, getting way into the weeds, into the Europeans and the Slavic countries and all that, and all over into there, because they, they're not just stuck in a regular pattern or a cookie cutter mold all the time. They can be, but yeah. You're more apt to find some really cool different stuff, especially over in Japan, because Japan. But yeah, this is something that I wouldn't be surprised if it was coming out of Japan, because it's its own thing. And I love how I love it when there's music that you're like, it's like, oh, what does it sound like? Well, pull out my book of adjectives here. Yeah, and that's a cool thing. For real. I definitely, there's just, again, striking imagery in the whole thing, that's like beautifully directed, beautifully shot, video wise, awesome. But I think and I think that's one of the other things that I like about Falling in Reverse's music, is you feel like you're getting these pieces to a puzzle, and he's giving you these pieces, and then it will all come together, and it will be this one big picture, and you'll be like, holy shit, wow, what a picture. huh. And that's cool. I love, when music is presenting something new and different, and, making you, wow, cool. That's different. Awesome. I wonder what's coming next. That's what, it's like, you don't want the whole, yep, sounds like the same old band I'm used to. Awesome. They put out another great album that sounded like the last five. Kick ass. No. So yeah, but I dig this. So for the sake of rambling, I'm gonna stop talking. I do a lot of news, reviews, reacts, all that stuff. We got a lot of cool playlists that reflect all the stuff we do. If you got a band or an artist or somebody that you think we should be adding to the mix, please do let us know, because we do want to add them to the mix. And definitely check out Falling in Reverse. We'll have you linked up to all of the places you can go. I believe they're on a European tour or something like that right now. I gotta check to be sure, but I'm sure they're gonna be playing back in the States and rocking and rolling all over again. They just killer band. They always got something out there, and right now there's a lot of awesome stuff coming out for music. I mean, look at Sleep Token, look at all of these bands that are doing all these different things. Like I said, we're in kind of a musical renaissance, if you will, and I think we're gonna look back at this, and this right here, because it takes those experimental eras that give birth to, look at the 60s. Look at all the experimental music that was going on in the 60s. Before that came, nothing else sounded like that shit. Nothing else sounded like it. And nothing, so it's like, but there's plenty of stuff that was birthed from it. So, yeah. I think that's what we're kind of going through in our era right now. So, yeah. It's kind of a great time to be alive musically, man, because we also got all that stuff to look back to and be influenced by as well. So, yeah, awesome stuff, man. So, yeah, hope you're having a great day out there. Hope it's going as good as it possibly can be. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all that good stuff. We normally talk about music and stuff, but we got a lot of other stuff to talk about too, tech and beyond. So, yeah, different stuff. Take a look around. Let me know what you think, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day out there, everybody.